Kodak Black, you know,
All right.
back a couple months ago, I guess you could say, you know, he ended up saying some shit about local rappers and he was the
Right.
face of Florida,
Right.
different things like that. You as an aspiring rapper, when that was said, like what was going through your mind?
I mean, I really didn't feel no type of way about it. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying. Kodak being who he is. You feel me? And then you feel me? Like I said, not to be cocky or anything, but you know what I'm saying. I know that you know what I'm saying. In the studio, I eat him up.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying. I know that you know he making music that you know for people that want to hear it, his genre that wants to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is, you know what I'm saying, I felt like he was getting too cocky, you feel me? And that's one thing, you feel me? That's home team, so I'm always like, yo, man, you do your thing, but you know what I'm saying, I just don't want to get too cocky because when you get too cocky, you feel me, God bring you down.
Yeah, yeah. Shit like that happens, bro, all
Yeah.
the time. And I tell people that too. We said it earlier, you know, it's like when you start getting your money, your music change.
Exactly.
You know, when you start getting money, your personality change.
Yeah.
Different things like that. So it's like, you know, nobody is invincible to that, right?
Right.
You know, it may hit you. You may make the decision to say fuck it, or you might say fuck it, and you might just eat that shit up and do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's all your choice is yours. You
Right.
feel me? Especially out here in this earth, it's like it's deep. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You could
yeah.
you could do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
So with that being said, like right after that, unfortunately, you know, being on live, doing what we do, cause we the way technology got us, bro.
Yeah.
It's like your phone. You don't leave home without your phone.
Right.
You always doing this and that. Like I come from a different generation of, you know, when phones when phones first came out when I was young,
Right.
the bitches ain't have cameras. Number one,
Right.
you feel me? So nobody gave a fuck about taking pictures, none of that shit.
Yeah.
Now it's like you have to take pictures.
Right,
You
right.
have to have an Instagram.
Right.
If you're a musician, you have to be online. All this shit.
Uh-huh.
So he's just being who he is.
Right.
He's an artist. He's young. He's online. He's documenting all this shit for his fans.
Yeah.
And come to find out, somebody's watching the shit. They call the police, and he gets raided, and now he's locked up. You
Right.
feel me? With all these different charges.
Yeah.
Fortunately, a few of them got dropped. He's still facing some, but with that being said, this whole Instagram showing everything you doing and all that shit, like, what's your thoughts about that?
Man, I don't even do none of that shit, man. I don't even be into all that shit. I mean, if you go on my page right now, I think the last thing I posted probably like a couple months ago or some shit. I mean, a lot of that shit is for what reason, I don't even know, man. I don't even be into all that. I'm more of a private person anyway. So I'm not finna post anything or what I'm doing. I mean, like, if you a gangster or you an OG, like how you say you is, like, why would you post all that shit? What you got the need to post all that shit for?
That's real.
I mean, that shit is dumb as fuck to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even put none of that shit out. You feel me? Even knowing what you got, knowing that people, you feel me? Knowing that people don't like you, knowing that people's coming for you, but you still gon', you feel me?
Yeah.
Post that shit. That's just dumb as fuck to me.
Hey, man, listen, it's like, we're going to get into the whole Tekashi shit in a minute, too, but it's like, you know, if you put that shit out, it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's like you put the bait out there, the fish gonna bite the shit eventually. The motherfucker hungry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why I said, like, I come from the generation where it's like, bro, if you really hustling out here, you're not gonna display the shit.
Exactly.
You got a bucket that you gonna drive every single day.
Exactly,
you feel me?
bro.
You gonna go play lottery at 8 o'clock, the 7:50 every fucking day.
Live normal, man.
Normal. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Like, you gotta blend in. It's not like you don't
Exactly.
want to pop out, bro. That whole shit is dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That whole paid in full shit, bro. That's not the fucking way.
Yeah,
You feel
man.
me?
It just bring nothing but trouble to
Exactly.
us, bro.
Exactly. So speaking of that, you know, we talked about this earlier. The whole character. Everybody got images and shit like that.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people, you know, you might have went to school with them, and then all of a sudden you see them now. They got chains on and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
purple hair, all this different things. So it's like 6ix9ine to me is like one of those examples
Yeah.
of how an image can help you
Right.
or an image could hurt you, right?
Right.
Per se. Before this whole image thing, he was just another motherfucker out there rapping.
Right. Right.
One day he came out and said, yo, I'm going to do this. He came out and he had an image, a crazy-ass image,
Yeah.
and that's what the media picked up.
Yeah.
They didn't even give a fuck about his songs or nothing. They just seen this dude with all this crazy-ass hair,
Right.
and then boom, he popping.
Uh-huh.
Like, what's your thoughts on the whole, like, you have to have an image, fuck the music, like, you have to have an image. What's your thoughts about that?
I mean, that's that's the reason why music is fucked up now. You feel me? Because everybody is all about the image. You feel me? Nobody is really focusing on the music. It's all about, you feel me, how to keep this image up. I gotta maintain this. Yeah, a lot of times keeping that image up is what they feel like they gotta do in order to maintain success in the game. You feel me? So they feel like if they you know what I'm saying, off rip, they're not being themselves. Mm-hmm. They know they're not themselves. Even the people that, you know, that's viewing it can look at them and tell that they're not themselves. So even when they feel like, okay, damn, once I be myself, that's it. All the money is gone. You feel me? So that's basically mostly what it is, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, and I said, I'm this might be the first time I said it, but I had a conversation the other day. You know, a lot of people, like for instance, for him, at one time he never was really like that. Like you can't go back in timeline and say, oh, in high school he was always flashy like this. Exactly. Like there's people who really sometimes like are crazy like that. Like there's some people who really dress like that. Right. There's some people who really, you know, talk a certain way or whatever, and it's really them. But there's some people who do this image thing just to make, you know, for attention. Right. And I believe that's one of the things he falls in that category. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Broward, you know, and I say that about Broward too. With so many people that's rapping here, we don't really support a lot of the people that we should or shouldn't support, right? Yeah. And there's people, and I'm not even gonna say no names, but there's people who have this image, and the image is not even fake. It's really them, right? And we just chose not to support them, right? But now when you see how New York support, even though that motherfucker looked like a clown, like literally Ronald, what's the nigga, Ronald McDonald? Like he literally looks like Ronald McDonald. Yeah. And they supported him though. Yeah. And that's just to me an example of how support can help. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like, yo, we really need to grasp down and decide what we gonna support. We gonna support image, we gonna support music. You know what I'm saying? We gonna support both. You know, you gotta give everybody a chance now. You feel me? So it's like, I mean, that's all I ask.
That's the thing, though. Niggas ain't supporting. No, you feel me? They not gonna support the music. I mean, they gonna support the music if you feel me? They supporting the image, the negative image. You feel me? For what I don't know why that shit is like that, but you know what I'm saying? I guess they feel like, oh, this person likes this negative image. I gotta like that negative image. I'm gonna be down with them. You feel me? So I mean, that's where all that shit starts at anyway. You feel me? So,
that's real. Thank you for listening to FamousB4TheFame Podcast. I really appreciate it. Check this out. I'm going to keep doing my job, which is continue to deliver dope content. What I need from you in return don't even cost $1. If you really like this episode and want to hear more, make sure you follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and watch us on YouTube so you never miss another episode. Like, subscribe, review, retweet, and share. Again, I am Super Sean, and this is FamousB4TheFame.com.